Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Marjana and I'm back again with another speed wrap up, which is insane because I don't think I've done a speed wrap up in forever. Essentially what a speed wrap up is just me talking about the books that I'm reading, but only spending like maybe 1 or 2 sentences on each book because I don't want to talk about my feelings and thoughts and anything. I just want to tell you what books I read and if you should read it or not, and the ratings, of course. Now, there's still a few days left for me to read, but I'm going to tell you about the books that I DNFed this month because I think that's really important. I tried, I think, 13 books in total, and some of them actually most of them you will see on in my videos. Why are you tempting fate? First one is It Waits in the Forest by Sarah Das. I read, I think, 60 pages. Not my genre, that's it. Not much to it. Year One by Nora Roberts. I found it a bit boring and slow. Soul Hate, I don't know what it is, maybe it's the setting or whatever, but I wasn't a fan. Night Owls by A.R. Vishny. I feel like this is a very niche book that talks about theater a lot, but also I don't like the multiple point of views. It's very rare for me to enjoy those, so also not my genre as well. If We Ever Meet Again, it's a second chance romance. Those are not for me. The Other Valley, I just wasn't into it, to be honest. It was not gripping me at all. The Lives We Lost by Megan Crew, second book to The Way We Fall. I was happy with how the first book ended. I wasn't really that interested in where the second book was gonna go, so it's fine. It's a plague book. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. The Trouble with Quarterbacks by R.S. Gray. I was not into it, felt too insta-lovey. Hex Hall, this is too young for me. It's about a boarding school and witches. And a mystery because somebody dies. Spellbound by Georgia Layton. A fairy tale retelling, not my cup of tea. It's fine, I'll give it to my friend. The Dream Maker by Kira Nixon. I picked it up, was not for me. It's fine. I have a lot of, I'm talking about these books in a lot of videos. Some are coming up, some are not yet. It might take them a while. I think I talked about it in one of my other videos. Playing Dead, I also passed on this one. I don't really have much to say about these books. I also passed on Wicked Fox by Kat Cho because this was supposed to be a reread. Was not in the mood for it, too young for me, but I remember liking it the first time I read it. Make It Happen, this was a pass. This is basically a workbook like with exercises of how to manifest your dream life, and I did not find that this would be the most productive or most effective way for me to actually manifest stuff. And then I also passed on In a Handful of Dust by Mindy McGinnis. I just did not want to read it. It's fine. Now, the books that I have read and I'm unhauling. My Gale's The To-Do List. This is a reread. I rated 3 stars. It's about the author who makes a 1,277 item to-do list and has 1 year to complete all of them, but they're very mundane items. Essentially, I'm not gonna reread this book. It's fine. And The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. It's about Alessandra, who is trying to seduce this prince or king, is in danger of getting killed by other people, somebody on the council. So the two of them have to figure out how to save him and who is trying to kill him. I rated 4 stars. Now thinking back, I would rate 3.75. It was a reread. I did not particularly feel like I need to read this for the 3rd time, and I'm ready to give it to my sister. Now let's talk about the books that I have read up to this point because there's still a few days left, and when I edit this video I will be adding any of the books that I may have read after I finish filming today. Snow Like Ashes by Sara Rash. This is about a girl named Mira who is arranged into a marriage with a prince while also trying to save her kingdom, and I really like this one. Oh my god, this was a 5-star read. I'm so glad I read it. I picked it up again because I really want to read in February Ice Like Fire. I want to pick up where I left off because I did start Ice Like Fire a few years ago, but I never finished it. I really want to, and I want to buy the hardcover for Ice Like Fire. Why is nobody talking about this series anymore? I feel like for a YA series, it just fell into oblivion. Pick this up. I don't know if the rest of the series, the trilogy, is good, but I loved this. It was a 5-star read. Sorry, that was a rant. This month I had a lot of amazing reads. I read Loud by Drew Afwalo, which is basically just a feminist, not just a feminist anthem, it's an empowering anthem, no matter who you are, what your identity is, but like a book that really emphasizes on being yourself and not diminishing your voice, on letting your light be seen and your voice be heard. And it's just, I really love the way this was written. I rated it 5 stars. I also read My Grumpy Billionaire by Nadia Lee. This was a book that promised a pregnancy trope and had so many other tropes that remained undelivered, so I rated it 3 stars. I should also mention that I was supposed to read Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. Had it on my TBR for January. However, I read this in December and I think I rated it 3.5 stars. I don't know. Then I reread Fourth Wing, but it's the first time I read the bonus chapters, and I bought another edition of Fourth Wing. At this point, I have so many. I have it in Polish, Italian, German, English, of course. I want to get it in Spanish as well, and I have this paperback, and I have special editions as well. I want to bedazzle this one. That's my plan for this. I rated it 5 stars. I read it with my book club. All of us loved it. I mean, I loved it, of course. My friend Natasha, she also read it before, like me, so we both loved it. But then Christina read it recently and she's been texting me about it, and like, It's about a girl who has to survive in a Dragon War college. I actually read Daisy Jones and the Six. Guys, I don't think that I've actually wanted to or expected to read this book. This was so random. I rated it 4.5 stars. I loved this book. Then I watched the TV show. I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest. 4.5 stars. For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. I need to put a disclaimer. This is a very, very heavy book. It doesn't seem like it. This is a Count of Monte Cristo retelling, but I've not read Count of Monte Cristo before, and I don't think I need to because this was so hard to read, but I liked this book a lot. I rated it 3.5 stars. I'm keeping this. It's a beautiful edition as well. Plus, I love female rage, but again, it was such a heavy read. It was so hard to read because of the things that the main character went through. It's about Dania, who has been betrayed by the people that she loves the most and thrown into a prison where she has to basically survive. She was tortured, she has to escape and then find her revenge against those who wronged her. Then I read Darkwater Daughter, which is about a storm singer whose powers are to create a storm. In that world, the storm singers are very valuable because there are a lot of pirates and treasure and all of that. I rated it 3 stars. It's so much more than just about being a storm singer. There are so many different creatures, the dark water world, and it's just very slow. Tom Byrne has left the chat. This is about a guy who struggles with his dad's death, and then one day Tom Byrne, who is a social media star, he commits suicide, and this guy finds his phone and starts looking through it and builds this parasocial relationship with this person that he doesn't even know. But this person is also so endearing and all of that. And then we also get insight into our main character and his life and what the things that he's struggling with. This is about like mental health just in general. I rated it 4 stars. I didn't think that I would like this one, to be honest, because it's not my normal genre that I read, but it was nice to read anyway. Speaking of not my usual genre, okay, my battery died and I have to leave in like 20 minutes. Let's finish this, shall we? Circle of Liars by Kate Francis. I rated it 4 stars. This is about a group of students who win a luxury retreat 1 year after their school burns down, and it is a setup because all of them are kind of guilty. When they get to the luxury retreat, the bus explodes, they can't go anywhere, they're in the middle of nowhere. The motel is surrounded by a circle, and they're playing this game that by a certain time in the morning they need to choose one person every hour, I think, to leave the circle, and that person will get shot. This is a thriller. I absolutely loved it. 4 stars. Didn't expect to enjoy it, but here we are. I apparently don't really hate thrillers that much because this is the only thriller I would actually reread. Next, I read To Have and to Hoax, book 1 in the Regency Vow series by Martha Waters. I rated it 3.5 stars. It's historical fiction, historical romance about 2 people married who had an argument and have not been speaking to each other for years, and then after he falls off a horse, a letter gets sent to his wife saying that he nearly died, that she should be with him, so she rushes there only to see that he is completely fine. So she decides to get back at him by feigning an illness, and he sees right through it. So it's just them, the 2 of themselves actually communicated. It's just bickering and getting back at each other. 3.5 stars. It was fine. I would read book 2. And I also read Fan Service by Rosie Danan. 4.5 stars. This is paranormal werewolf romance adult. So fun. It's about our main character Alex, who is a super fan of this TV show, and one of the actors in that TV show ends up being a werewolf and he doesn't know how to deal with it or what's going on with him, so he enlists her to help him try to figure out this new werewolf life. Then I was in the mood for another werewolf book. I read Rejected by Jamin Eve. Don't let this fool you. This might be werewolves on the surface, but it's actually not. It is a portal fantasy, and it includes angels and fae and vampires, and it's so much more. 3.5 stars. I didn't mind it. I started reading book 2, Reclaimed. I don't think I will finish it by the end of the month. We will see. Then I read House Party by Chloe Ford. Don't let the cover fool you. This is not a Christmas holiday book. This is actually, you can read it at any time. It is set around New Year's, yes, because it's around the time that the 2 main characters have their birthdays. So it follows Sam and Hattie, who are best friends, and they celebrate birthdays around New Year, December 31st and January 1st. Best friend's brother type of romance that is kind of forbidden, and it's amazing, fantastic. I don't know why it's not a speed wrap up anymore. Either way, 4.75 stars. I really enjoyed this. If you love contemporary romance adult, please pick this up. This is really, really fun. And the last book that I read is a novella called Queen Bee by Juno Dawson. It is also signed. I did not read the book 1, so I don't have particularly strong feelings about it. It is historical fiction about witches as well. Book 0 in Her Majesty's Royal Coven series. I rated it 3 stars. I don't really have any thoughts on it. Okay, I finished Ride the Wave by Catherine Riley. This is about a journalist who gets sent to interview this guy who used to be a surfer, then got into scandal, then disappeared off the face of the earth. She gets sent by his mother to interview him and do like a piece on him, his life and everything now that he is returning back to surfing. And it is a contemporary romance. It is adult. I rated it 3 stars. There are so many loose ends. I feel like the dialogue could have been a lot more clear, but I read it. Book number 17. So in the end, I did manage to finish reading Reclaimed. I rated 2 stars. I did not like it at all. I did not like that ending. I did not like the characters. I liked the friendship. That was just about the only good thing in this book. But that ending infuriated me. 2 stars. It is a portal fantasy romance adult book 2 to Rejected by Jamie Eve, and I will not be continuing the series. Now, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed my rants because I genuinely did not think that I would be talking so much about these books, but at some point I couldn't stop myself. It's not really a speed wrap up, but you get what you get. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.